6:36 here on Breakfast Television. Time to check in with Mike Eppel over at the 680 newsroom when it comes to business news, including the Loonie. But it's trading higher than normal. Mike.
Well, it's back above, it was briefly yesterday, Tammy, above 80 cents U.S. And not looking too bad this morning, hovering at that level, close to a two-year high. So this rally for the dollar has gone over 2 months now, an 8%, almost 10% jump for the price for the Canadian dollar against the U.S. greenback. Some of it has to do with our improving economic prospects. We had a hike in interest rates, maybe one more to come this year by the Bank of Canada, and the U.S. Seems to be cooling off just a little bit. So all of this favoring the Canadian dollar, and we'll see if it in fact can hit an official two-year high today, and analysts say it's got some more room to climb. The exchange rate, a much more favorable $1.25. Michael Kors buying out Jimmy Choo's shoes, a $1.2 billion deal for the luxury footwear maker, which is listed on the London Stock Exchange. Now, analysts are saying that Michael Kors is paying a big premium for Jimmy Choo shoes, and this could actually lead to lower prices for some of these fashion footwear, which start at around $425 U.S., all the way up to well over $1,000 for a pair of shoes. Michael Kors might have to lower prices, though, to sell more, just to justify the stock valuation that it's giving to Jimmy Choo shoes. Again, $1.2 billion U.S., very expensive. Earnings in from Google's parent company Alphabet, pretty good, made well over $3 billion, but it did have to take a one-time charge related to some anti-competitive issues with the European Union. So Alphabet stock's down 2.5% pre-market this morning. And coming up today, we've got General Motors and McDonald's set to report, and the NASDAQ starts at another record high. I'll send it over to Kevin in the studio.
So, Mike, one of the things that's really flown under the radar in business news this week has been the IMF and downgrading growth in the U.S., but Canada leading growth for the G7.
Yeah, it was up to now saying 2.5%, way up from the April forecast. You take these statistics and expectations on economic growth, Kevin, you know, for what they are subject to change and do so quite quickly. But the fact that the International Monetary Fund said the U.S. is not of the vital importance that it maybe once was and is slowing a little bit, didn't go over too well with the Trump administration, as you might expect.
Well, I mean, they were projecting 4% growth, so it's a little bit different there. All right, thank you, Mike.